You know someone who could spend hours under the hood of a car and never once get bored. Where other people see grease and broken parts, that person sees calm. They see focus. They see a place where everything finally makes sense. It looks like just a hobby, but psychology has a deeper explanation. Because people who love fixing cars usually aren't only repairing machines. A lot of the time, without even realizing it, they're repairing something inside themselves too. Think about it. Most of the problems we face are messy. You don't know how to fix an argument or whether you're making the right choice. We live surrounded by uncertainty, and the brain doesn't handle that well. But a broken car is different. An engine refuses to start for a reason. A bad part can be found, and once you find it, it can be fixed. For a few hours, they stop wrestling with the chaos of the world and face problems they can actually solve. Do something right, it works. Do something wrong, it doesn't. No hidden meaning, no mind games, just cause and effect. And that's shockingly hard to find in modern life. Then there's flow. Ever start something and lose all track of time? 3 hours pass that felt like 30 minutes. We slip into that state when a task demands full attention but still sits inside our abilities. Fixing cars fits perfectly. You can't worry about your life while chasing a complex fault. The mental noise fades. The anxiety loses its grip. Only the task in front of you exists. But it goes deeper. For a lot of people, cars are tied to memories. Someone who learned to work on cars beside their dad doesn't really talk about bolts and engines. They talk about the afternoons shared, the comfortable silence, feeling useful and valued. That's why the smell of oil can stir up emotions out of nowhere. Not because they miss the car, but because they miss what it stood for. And when an activity gets wired to feelings that powerful, it stops being a pastime. It becomes part of who they are. There's also control. Feeling some control over your surroundings is essential to well-being. When you can't influence anything, anxiety climbs. A machine offers the opposite. The rules stay consistent. Causes produce effects. The car doesn't change the rules on you. It simply responds. Maybe that's why these people stumbled onto something the rest of us are still chasing. Because when the engine finally turns over after hours of work, more than a fault gets fixed. They find a version of themselves the rest of the day makes them forget. And as the car comes back to life, so do